previous climatic challenges, including Elnino, need to take us as a nation to take things seriously. Globally, what we see happening in other countries could also happen here. Haven't we seen breaking of walls, of dams, and overflooding of rivers causing thousands of lives? Kenya is not exempted from such situations, and therefore we need to start taking messages and information arising from scientific methods very seriously. Particularly El Nino, Kenya is faced with a situation that is known, a situation that we went through in the late 90s, in 1998 particularly, and we need to be very careful. We need to get firstly all units of governments working together. We have our 47 counties, we have our national government, we have officers in the meteorological department, we have officers in the Ministry of Environment, we have officers in Ministry of Water, we do have officers in the Ministry of Agriculture. All these units, all these individuals, all officers must work together. We have no option. And we have seen arising from the Africa Climate Summit the power of unity, because it is arising from this that we're speaking in one voice, that as a country we can be able to attack a common enemy. El Nino is a common enemy. And unless we prepare ourselves to deal with the issues that are coming associated with El Nino, then we will fail. El Nino is associated with a lot of water. This water means our agricultural landscape changes. We need to get governments to prepare themselves, prepare the people through creation of awareness in the best way possible, for farmers to understand what it is that they are going to put in their farms and be able to cultivate in the best way possible. We need to know when, we need to know how, because it is possible even to place fertilizer and it is swept by the waters. It is possible that some of the regions that of our country expect to have specific crops that eventually will not work because of the too much water that is expected. Because you may find, like in the lower eastern, the normal crops that we have been planting may not be appropriate for this particular time because of the high precipitation, and therefore we need to speak in one voice. The county governments need to speak in one voice. The media houses need to put information out there consistently, because this is not just one occasion, it is a continuous process. Some of the places, as reported, we may expect to have rains up to the month of January and beyond, and therefore haven't we seen the rains coming in during September? Isn't this enough warning that we need to start thinking about? And therefore we need to start working on this. Secondly, we need to have teams already in place. Just like whenever there is a crisis of security, this is a national security issue. All forces and everyone is called, even from duty, those who are taken off, to be back to work. This is where we need all county governments to set up the preparedness networks, and everybody to start working in time and off time, because we cannot anticipate to have money set aside and we have people suffering at the same time. This cannot work. And the funds that are being set aside must be used in the best way possible to ensure that our country works in the best way possible and effectively. We also need, as a country, to take responsibility, especially institutions that are expected to deal with the issues of taking care of Nairobi River. Unfortunately, we do have challenges. Some of the hotels and some of the buildings that have been put up in the riparian space, this is the time. This is the time. A wrong investment is a wrong investment. The Tribe Hotel is placed on the doorway of water. There are people also along the same line of Nairobi River that are living in places that are very dangerous. This is the time to move them. This is the time to get them move voluntarily, because you cannot wait to die so that we move you, or you expect some magic to happen. This is the time to deal with this. This is the time to deal even with the coastal region, the entire riparian space, because it has been abused. This is the time to start dealing with these issues. At the individual level, we need to start thinking, what is it that I am doing? Do I know the type of crop to plant? Have I encroached the river space or the lake space or the dam space? Have I known about preparing small dam, big dams? Have I ensured that the waterways are stayed clear, or am I creating my own challenges within what I need to be able to be a solution for? It is a challenge because everyone must be responsible in ensuring that things are done in the best way possible. And there's no one else who is going to help us to come out of this situation apart from us. Politics aside, anything else aside, this is what can deal with the challenges that we can, everyone taking responsibility in the best way possible. Because you can imagine, on top of our high cost of living, if we had a problem of Elnino that is going to throw us deeper into the deep end of challenges that our country cannot allow ourselves to be in.
You as an environmentalist,